on the channel, we're back at it with some cartoon NECA figures with Samurai Adventure Michelangelo and Space Adventure Donatello.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles NECA cartoon unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we head to space, beautiful this time of year, and we head to the Far East, beautiful this time of year, with Michelangelo and Donatello. But for all your non-Target exclusive NECA needs, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Gotta get a deal out there. And of course, we're gonna do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's see what Samurai Michelangelo and Space Adventure Donatello are up to. Very uniform packaging, as we do know and love from this line, of course. Glamour shots on the corner, Turtles logo in the middle, names at the top, Nickelodeon logo. We got the green and yellow attack like a young Oakland A's. Shout out to Walt Weiss. Shout out to Dave Parker today. How about Dave Parker? Big ups, Dave Parker. I think he passed away, though, unfortunately. But we love the A's on this channel, and so does the Ninja Turtles, as we can see by the packaging design. We got Mikey saying, what did I get myself into over here? Did I get into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie, Part 3? Kind of feels that way in the cartoon variety. And then Donnie said, you know what, I'm lost in space. Danger Will Robinson all day long. Looking good. Turtle logo at the top, Nickelodeon. And then on the back, a little bit of a blur back there, a little cross-sell down below, little glamour shots to the side. Let's see what it says about our old friend Ninja Turtles here. Oh, generic. After being accidentally exposed to radioactive ooze, 4 ordinary household pets transformed to a band of wisecracking, pizza-loving, villain-dicing adolescent reptiles. Meet Leonardo, the super cool sword-wielding leader. Where is he? I'd like to shake his hand. Raphael, the hothead hurling manholes and one-liners in rapid succession. Donatello's the brain behind the brawn, and Michelangelo, the ice cream pizza gobbling party animal. Whether it's facing fierce enemies or saving humanity from near extinction, with the guidance of their sensei, these heroes in a half shell are always ready for straight out of the sewer action. They sure are. Straight out of the sewer action. Now, I definitely remember the Playmates kind of versions of these back in the day. Got that usual background there. Nothing really cool to see. See you later. Goodbye. I remember these back in the day in the old Playmates days, and I remember just feeling like they jumped the shark. By that time, I was pretty much out of Turtles. I was just paying attention to what was on the store pegs as a little kid. I always did. I'd go up and down those aisles for hours, look at all the different toy lines and things. And really, you guys know I've talked about it in these cartoon unboxings before. I had the original crew. The Bebop, the Rocksteady, the Krang, the Shredders, the Casey Jones, the 4 Turtles, of course, Splinter. And that's about where I ended. Foot Soldier, I didn't feel like I needed more than that as a little kid because I was more into G.I. Joe and wrestling than I was into the Turtles. But I remember seeing a lot of this stuff and just saying, it's not for me, which was interesting for me as a little kid who'd want to have everything. But of course, back then, there was enough wrestling and G.I. Joe to keep my grandparents and parents' wallets busy without the Turtles even being involved. So definitely interesting times on those guys back in the day. But there they are in the plastic prison. Plenty of accessories and hands with this one as well, which is always very cool to see. But I'm going to take this offline, get all these twist ties out, and throw them at Todd McFarlane on the couch, and we'll be back talking all things Samurai Michelangelo, Space Adventure Donatello. All right, let's dive in and let's go to Priest in the East. Like a young Judas Priest, let's go to the East and let's see what old Samurai Michelangelo is up to here. And as usual, we're going to start off with the hands and accessories. And we got 2 fists of Michelangelo's Samurai Fury right out of the package there. You get the splayed out hands, you get the gripping hands. Really all hands check the box on all those right there. We're good to go in the hand department. Now you do got the little black gloves with a little yellow kind of triangle on the top there. Nothing too wild, but a little protection if you're a samurai. You want to cover those hands up. Got the big old spear going on, brown on the handle here, down into yellow. Got little black lines around it. Gray spear at the top here. He's ready to go. He's ready to keep people at bay if need be. So you get one of those. No idea what you call this weapon here, but you can swing it around. It's almost like a sickle at the end here. Got the orange wrapping, very on brand for Michelangelo. Same gray color to the blade. Then you got the brown handle. Got a real chain going on down here. Always love a real chain. And you got a little knob down here. I guess you can swing it around, do whatever he wants to. Choke somebody out with it. Whatever you need to do. But a dangerous weapon there. Be careful. And then we got another dangerous one, almost like a knuckle duster on steroids is what we'll call this one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 little spikes on it. You put this on your hand and use this to cut and slice and dice like a young G.I. Joe Ninja Force if you need to. Looking good. Yellow handle with the black around it once again. Then we get a very cool samurai baseball bat. Oh, we get a club with a bunch of little knots on it there. Bad day at the office if you're on the other end of this stick, no doubt about it. It reminds me in 8th grade, there was always these battles in 8th grade, like fights. You had to fight. When you're from the mean streets like me, you're fighting for your life every single day. I remember coming out of school in 8th grade one time, walking home, because I was a walker. I was one of those kids that had to walk to and from school every day. And there was a big fight, and of course, you know me, I love a good fight. Like most of us watching this probably like to watch a good fight, or like to scrap a time or two if you're lucky. But I remember a kid getting just beat up with a baseball bat, and this guy had a metal bat and was just drilling this kid in the head with it. It was a mess. Let me tell you, there was blood everywhere, ambulances, it was a mess. And like I said, it was the mean streets. Kids got it easy these days. They don't have to fight in the mean streets just to survive. Just to survive. But whenever I think of a baseball bat, especially a metal baseball bat, I always go back to that image of seeing, man, that guy just got hit in the face with a baseball bat, and then got hit when he was on the ground repeatedly with a baseball bat. Basically attempted murder in front of the school. And it happens. It happens. We've all been there, I'm sure. But we do get that. And then the one I'm going to use for sure, the samurai sword. Nice tilt to it there. Orange handle, yellow on the top and bottom in the middle section there. And then, of course, that grayish blade once again. Looking good. Now we're diving into old samurai Michelangelo. And doesn't seem very Michelangelo-like in the face department on this one right out of the package. He's got an angry face. Mikey's angry. He'd be a cool party dude. He wants some sushi pizza or something, you would think, over there. But he's angry. The C was angry, my friend. He's got the 2 gritting teeth on both sides there going on. Very, very rough and tough for old Michelangelo. Got the orange bandana with the eyes. Just an all-around angry face. And talk about the yin and the yang. You get the total opposite reaction over here. You get the kind of, oh my gosh, I'm scared. What am I going to do? I'm going to go hide type look. So really nothing in the middle for this one. However, I did unbox those Punk Turtles, that 4-pack. I guess you could theoretically put this on there if you wanted to. That's one cool thing is getting all these different turtles, all these different head sculpts. If you really wanted to, you can mix and match a lot of these heads. So technically, you could use the Punk Rock Extra one, put it on here if you wanted to. Choose your own head adventure, as we always do say. But you do get the samurai helmet, which is removable here. And I guess I could put it and kind of see what it looks like right here real quick. I mean, that looks like how he should be. A samurai dude with glasses. That feels kind of like at home, in my imagination, how Michelangelo would be as a samurai. But looking okay and looking interesting there. But this helmet is removable, so you can put it on either one of those. Choose your own helmet adventure at the end of the day. But then, he looks like he's in training. He almost looks like he's wearing one of those like dog training outfits where people are running and they say, okay boy, Lemmy, hey, sick him. And it's one of those kind of things, and they come running after and they tear him down. You see those German shepherds and stuff. That's kind of what this outfit reminds me of here. But I guess he's a samurai and he's a practicing samurai. He's living the life of the Bushido, of course. That's what he's doing. But you got the blue color, a little bit of an orangish color, some yellow. You got the protectors on the side, on the shoulders. Got the protector on the forearm into the gloves. Got the elbow pads going on, knee pads. Got some shin guards like a young Terry Steinbach, once again, never forget. Not sure about the feet, though. Sandals not going to help you if you get your toe chopped off, that's for sure. But it does look interesting here. Definitely looks like a samurai, but an angry samurai right here. Of course, arms go all the way around for us. Bicep cut. Double jointed elbows. Very, very tight right there. But looking good. Hands removable back and forth, side to side. No, a little waist articulation. There it is. He's got waist articulation. No real shell. I guess it's underneath the back here, I guess is what we're supposed to believe. Leg does move up. A little bit of side to side there. You get the double jointed knees. Yes. Ankles back and forth, side to side, up and down. You do get side to side at the knee as well. So a little tight in the articulation department. A bit of a clunky figure here. He's pretty big, of course, so not a ton of movement out of this. But it does look okay for what it is. By far and away, though, it's not a must-have Michelangelo by any means. And does he fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand? Doesn't seem to be in the cards right here today. Nope, he is not going to fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand for those keeping track at home. And there is somebody, I'm sure there's somebody with a pen and paper just writing it down saying, okay, what's going on here? I guess I missed this hat does plug in. This helmet does plug in the back where the bandana usually goes. So that's interesting. Makes it stick on there a little bit better. So we're here for that. But Samurai Mikey is what it is. Obviously, we're very deep in this turtle line, and that's where we're going to get some more off-the-wall stuff. Would expect that to continue over the next year or two. Not sure if and when or if they ever will call it quits on this line, but we're getting real deep cuts here, and I could see some more reissues in the future coming our way. That's why I always say never invest in action figures outside of a select few, because these companies, they want to get every dollar out of your wallet, and I can see a lot of the original stuff that holds its value to come back out numerous times, and we've already seen a little of that with this turtle line. We're seeing it with the Mattel Wrestling line right now. Marvel Legends, a lot of them. They want every dollar from you. That's what's going to happen. So beware, beware, be ready. There you go. But now we're going to dive into space now. Oh, what a transition. The Far East to space. That's where we're going today. And we got old Space Donatello. A lot of the same stuff I said about this one kind of relates to this one. A little bit of a deeper cut there. Obviously, there's some kids and grown-ups like me at this time in their life that are very nostalgic for this. Not quite the same for me. Cool for what it is. Have no idea where I'm displaying any of these two ones. I'm not even sure where I'm going to do it. But we do get two futuristic space guns. You got some sprockets in there. Almost looks like a grenade on the end in the yellow and black. Very space age-like, but it is the yellow and green, so obviously an Oakland A's tribute gun is what this has to be, I would imagine. Somebody feel free to fact-check that. You do get a little backpack, very scientific-looking backpack right here. A little antenna at the top. Red button. Do not push that red button, whatever you do. So we do get that. And then is this another backpack? What is this? No? Yes, it is. So we get two backpacks here. This is like a backpack for space, so we can fly through the air. You can fly through space, all that kind of stuff. And it also looks like you could use this on your hands. I guess you could use that in his hands because you got some grippers right on the front. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a laser out there. You can use it as a weapon or you can use it as a backpack. But cool for what it is. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'll figure out how I'm going to display those. I'd like to use everything there, so I might put the traditional backpack in the back, have him holding the other one. We'll see what happens in the future. There you go. Extra hands with him. Two fists of fury, because when you're in space, you're throwing those slow motion punches, as we do know. The punches are coming very slow in bunches, and you're getting it there, and you're getting the 1-2, and you get some of this, and a little uppercut action. Ah, the good old days. The good old days. But you do get some of that going on. But much like Michelangelo, you get extra hands here, and you do get the two splayed out hands. You get two gripping hands, and then you do get a straight up gripping hand here. So choose your own hand adventure at the end of the day, whichever hand you do choose. Now we get old Donatello in his space helmet. He's ready to go to space, and I was going to say, is this helmet removable? And it is, so it does come out of there. For those keeping track at home, I do like that that's removable. Then you get the Donatello head, and look at that. So he's got Kyle, learn your colors. A purple visor going on, and it does flip up and down, so an extra little bit there. So I do like that as well. So very cool. He's very determined looking. He's looking like he's got a mission to go to space, and he's really digesting it all. He's really soaking it all in, and that's how he looks here. Of course, big old astronaut costume throughout, looking very good. Kind of a tan costume. You got some buttons on the front, buttons on the forearms, all that kind of stuff. You got knee pads on there. You got some blue boots going on to match the blue gloves. You got a gray belt around there. But yeah, basically just looks like an astronaut. And I guess theoretically you could almost pop this head off, put Michelangelo's head on here if you wanted to. I wonder how easy it'll come off. Oh, not easy. Not easy. Might have to heat that up. But I was going to say, you could pop this head off, and I guess you could put this one underneath. You want a cool space dude? Choose your own adventure is what you could do right there. Now, I'm not going to dive into the articulation on this one. It seems to be the identical to Michelangelo, as that does make a lot of sense. So we understand all that. I'm going to pop this back on as well. I'm going to definitely display him with the helmet on there. I just feel like it really completes that scientific spaceman look. And he'll be flying through. Maybe I'll put him on a flight stand like he's floating in space. Maybe put him way up high towards the ceiling. He's just floating in space up there. Maybe I'll have the turtle blimp kind of meeting him. He's falling from space and he's going to land on that blimp. Maybe that's what I'll do in my collection. I don't know. Will he fit on a ringside collectible Mattel stand? Of course, use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Make sure you get the Mattel stand. Well, you know, he does fit on the Mattel stand for those keeping track at home. But an interesting twosome here. Not sure what I think about this one. I do feel we need Leonardo and Raphael in some kind of wacky outfit from this line just to kind of have a complete turtle. It feels unfinished with just these two, so I would look to those in the future possibly. But it is what it is. These aren't for everybody. These could be an easy pass for some people. I totally get it if that is the case. Not going to be for everybody right here, but they're fun for what they are. But when you're looking at a $60 price point and change, it is a little bit expensive for something that maybe isn't a must-have. I think most people would rather have the iconic regular versions before these. I think that just makes sense as well. but fun for what it is. That's where I'm going to put it, but far from the top of my NECA cartoon line as far as favorites do go. But what say you guys and you gals out there? Are you picking these up? You playing the long game? You not so sure about these two? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over on Patreon for early access to both YouTube channel videos. And there's a lot going on both YouTube channels every single day. Check out the Patreon, of course, your best way to support this very YouTube channel. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget the exclusive edition hardcover, The Complete Guide to Jakks Classic Superstars by yours truly, is up on Barnes & Noble. Soft cover, recommend getting it over on Amazon. If you want an autographed copy, hit me up, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for a little samurai and space action, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.